What up, Kaiju friends and fans? Philly Kaiju King's back. Sorry about the audio on my last couple of videos there. I don't know what I did with my microphone. I think it's better now. I want to take a quick look at this here, fella. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all, to my channel. Would appreciate that. This is another Amazon find I found on there. Let's look him up real quick. There he is. I can't even say the brand, so. Bigfoot statue holding national flag. It's $35.90. It's decent sized for what it is. I think I've mentioned before, I'm starting a crypto series on my channel here. I've already had a Bigfoot video or two. And I'll start linking playlists for these on these videos as well as I build them. But cryptozoological stuff, it's an interesting subject in my opinion. I don't know that I believe in actual aliens, but I think there's a lot of decent proof for it, to be honest. A lot of decent witness recounts and stuff. And Bigfoot, I think, is very possible. And I've seen something, like I said, on my previous Bigfoot video in the mid-90s, late one night on a Saturday night, coming home from my brother's. Something crossed the road in front of me, about 50 yards maybe ahead, 40 to 50. It might not even been 50. It might have been more like 40. I could see it. The moon was like very bright out. It was almost like it was evening time. And it come up out of the ditch, crossed the road in about 3 steps, and then went back down. And it was moving rather fast. I don't know what it was. It was on 2 legs. So I think it's always possible. I'm in Ohio. This was in southeast Ohio. Way, like 2 hours east of Cincinnati. So I think it's definitely possible. I think a lot of it's possible. I think it's pretty cool, these things, that Bigfoot, just the thought of thing actually being possible, because I don't think they would mean to harm a human unless they absolutely had to, you know. I got there's a lady at work that's big into it, and she even goes squatching here and there. I've never done that yet. Maybe someday. Let's measure him up real quick. I think it's supposed to be about 10. Now it's got these little marks. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, it's right at 10 up here on top of the top of the fingers here. So that's cool. The top of the head, he's about 8 almost. His width is about 4. His depth is probably at least that. Depth almost 5 inches. So it's a decent sized little Bigfoot. It's bigger than the last video I did. The last one I did a video on a week or so ago. It's a pretty cool little figure. As I said, these little white marks I think it's where it's chipped off some. So what I'm going to do, rather than send it back, I'm just going to get a brown marker and fill those in. You won't even be able to tell. That's what those little marks are. Some of it was styrofoam, but some of it isn't. See some of that came off. So a lot of it might be styrofoam, actually. I don't know. It was in a styrofoam pack. Yeah, it is styrofoam, by George. I think all of it's styrofoam. I work on it. Yeah, it's all just styrofoam. It's just stuck into this fur. There's his big old feet, big foot. Powerful looking legs, nice hair sculpting on the legs. There's another spot. I think it's just a styrofoam. Yep, see, it's just styrofoam. Muscular looking back on the old Sasquatchy here. Very powerful looking chest as well. Of course, in his left hand, he's holding the American flag there. God bless America. Face. Eyes are white with a big black pupil. very plain looking look on his face. A lot of people depict a Bigfoot with this kind of a look on their face, very stoic look. Got the rock on with his right hand up in the air. That's pretty cool. Rock on, rock on. It's a pretty cool figure here. And here he is in my hand. We'll do some quick comparisons with this fella, and let's do that now. Right, y'all, here's one of my AliExpress knockoff Kongs. He's about 9 to 10 inches tall, roughly. He's a tad shorter than Bigfoot's hand up in the air, so I think that Kong is probably about 9 inches tall. All right, let's move on to the Bigfoot I did recently, and this is the other Bigfoot I done the video, other than the real big Animal Planet one. All right, y'all, we'll move on to some final thoughts here. Let's do that now. All right, everybody. Bigfoot statue from Amazon. Kind of think it's meant for outdoor use as well. Probably said that on there. It's pretty cool. They got a lot of Bigfoot statues type stuff on Amazon, and I found some stuff on Etsy too, custom, like a homemade stuff that people's done that's pretty neat. So I'll probably end up getting a lot of these and eventually doing videos. I think they're pretty cool. But this one holding the flag is really neat. God bless America and God bless Bigfoot, y'all. All right, everyone, I'll close out this video. I want to thank everyone that tunes in. This is Phil, Kaiju King. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.
There have been reports of giant man-like creatures roaming the vast mountain regions of the Pacific Northwest and Canada. Hundreds of people have encountered these creatures the Indians call Sasquatch. In 1958, newspapers began to publish these stories in which the press called these creatures Bigfoot. And by the early 1960s, the first full-scale expeditions were underway. Bigfoot was attracting national attention and was now rapidly becoming the most intriguing mystery on the North American continent. The most significant find to date is the famous Roger Patterson film taken in 1967. Patterson searched for Sasquatch for years. On October 20th, 1967, near Bluff Creek in Northern California, he encountered the creature and took these 16mm pictures.